Guys, so we've officially hit another speed bump in this journey to the UK, and it's quite a large, stressful issue. Now, before I tell you guys what's the challenge we faced, I want to say Eid Mubarak to all the Muslims and all those celebrating. I hope you are filled with all the joy and blessings that Eid brings. So enjoy the day, guys, because I'll be enjoying it with my family. The rear seats are almost done. This is the process before we actually fit the seat covers onto the seat.
Tell me, do you think there is life on other planets?
Well, I'm not quite sure, but I suppose it would be.
You seem definitely. How do you see this life and where?
Oh, it's in a flying saucer.
You've seen one?
Yes, definitely. At Lane Cove,
When was this?
1953.
You don't think this is a figment of your imagination?
Several other people with me saw it.
You all had the same figment?
We decided now that we're going to repaint the whole car.
Just suspended in space.
With colours coming out of it.
Flat or on its side?
So right now we come to a massive issue. It's kind of my fault, so I take full accountability. So I did an application for my visa, and it's my first time doing an application for a UK visa, and I didn't think to ask people advice. So when I submitted my documentation, I did not submit enough documentation to validate me traveling to the UK. So due to that, unfortunately my visa got declined, which means that I've got to do a reapplication. Because my visa was declined, it now affects other stuff. So ideally the car was booked to leave South Africa around the 11th of July. But now that can't happen because it's a 2-week process to get an application done or get an answer for your application. So that means that I would have to shift the date up for the car in order for it to travel to the UK. So luckily enough, we managed to get another date. So the car will be leaving hopefully around the 18th of July, which is not that much further, but it's a stressful situation and it's a blessing in disguise. And I'll tell you guys in a bit why it's a blessing in disguise. So one thing I do want to ask you guys is, I'm going to try and make my visa application more meaty and add a lot more documentation and validation as to why we need it approved. You guys can help by commenting and interacting in this video, sharing this video, getting a lot more people to watch, because I'm going to be submitting this channel and the journey as part of my motivation as to why I'd like them to approve the visa. So that's how I'd like you guys to help me out. So please, if you could do that for me, I'll really appreciate it.
Other people with me saw it.
You all had the same figment. What did it look like?
So guys, now the knock-on effect of getting declined for a visa means that everything that we would have done and the preparations for the show goes to waste, including our tickets that we have purchased for the show. So that's a bummer. However, the advantage now is that we get a little bit more time to spend on the car so that we can fix up some of the issues. So this is all the rust we're finding with this car. It needs to be sorted out, especially here. So we got to cut and replate. So this car's giving us a lot of surprises. Officially gonna get his hands dirty, but before I start working I must make sure I don't get my shoes dirty. So this is a spur of the moment where I wanna actually primer the parts of the car. For those of you that don't know, I can actually physically work on cars. I've been doing it before I owned Chicanos. So I'm in the mood to work, so I'm gonna sort out my safety gear, because safety is important. You must make sure you don't dirty your sneakers when you are working. So let's sort out the safety aspect and create for us safety boots. Yeah, perfect. Let's go primer a car, guys. Sharp. Okay guys, we've come to the part where we will be painting the inside of the bonnet. So the bonnet is prepped already. We'll be removing the light and some of the bits, and we'll be painting the bonnet and the spoiler. So if you guys look at the marks, that is called spot putty. So spot putty we use before we paint, just to sort out all the imperfections before painting. So the spoiler is almost ready to get painted. We will be painting in a few minutes. Exciting, stressful, but we're getting there, guys. Now we have painted the engine bay, we have painted the spoiler, the inside of the bonnet, and we decided to do the front end because the front end wasn't looking so nice. It looks good on pictures, but upon actual inspection, due to the previous job with a lot of body filler, we decided it's better to blow over the front. Now initially, on previous videos, I said I'm going with the 2K color to keep it period correct. However, we then decided to go with a base coat, clear coat color, which is a bit more of a modern color for this car. However, the finishing and the shine on the car will be much better, especially since seeing that the car is a show car. So it's gonna attend shows, and every time the car goes for a show, it will get detailed, and that will cut into your clear coat. So that's a decision I made. So now, when we paint, we spend a lot of time on our preparation work, and the end result is different to what was on the car. You guys can see behind me that my champion Mario is busy with the door. We decided now that we're going to repaint the whole car, and no, I'm not painting it in black. I'm going to paint it in a color similar to what it is now, with a little bit of a pearl and with a little bit of a pearl flip color in it, just to give it that extra wow factor. Now you might be thinking to yourself, okay Chip, but you don't have time. How can you respray the car? We're doing a blow over. So a blow over is basically where you don't strip the car down completely to a shell. You strip minimal items, you do a light repair on the body, and then you blow the car over. That's the decision I've taken. The body is quite straight. However, the previous paint work on the car wasn't to my standard or what I'm comfortable with. So that is a positive, because now, hopefully, if the car stands at Gravity Show, I won't feel shy because of the paint job. And also the standard of cars at Gravity Show is like next level, guys. Like I always mention to you guys, I follow the UK car scene closely, and those guys build insane cars. So that's a positive in this. I am stressed about the visa application. Hopefully, God willing, we'll be able to get an approval, and we're going to try our best to motivate as to why we need to go for the show. So like I said, please blow this video up, comment, help us get a visa application by interacting with us, and also getting this video up to thousands of views, guys. Like, we really need your help here. So I will really appreciate it, and I'll owe you guys.
People with me saw it.
You all had the same pigment. What did it look like?
Now guys, let me give you an update on some of the stuff that have not arrived as yet. So the gents at High Tech have been pushing overtime to finish the wheels, as you guys can see in the pictures. Craig and team, thank you so much. You guys have gone over and above and exceeded my expectations, and I thank you so much for prioritizing the set, because you guys know how important this is for South Africa. So the wheels are almost ready, and I should get them back by end of the week, early next week. The front struts has been sent back to Elux to shorten a little bit, so we can get the front a bit lower. I should be picking them up on Friday, and then we can install it. Hopefully we'll have the wheels back in the same time, and we can fit the wheels, etc. with the front air suspension. One time, then we know that is sorted out. So those things are moving quite nicely as well. I wanna show you guys some of the other stuff that has been happening on the car. So if you guys follow me to the booth, my champs have knocked the install. I mean, flip, I didn't expect the install to look like that, but I'm super happy and I'm super excited. And there's a lot of passion that went into it, so you guys can follow me. Okay, so guys, the boot install is almost done. You guys can see the theme we're going with. Because we're going with a suede roof liner, we decided to mix the boot up to have the same effect like in the interior. So you'll see this is just a mock-up of some of the pieces. We've got the side panels with a bit of a fancy trim. We've got the floorboard. In the one section here, we're going to have the spare wheel, and MFH powder coating is going to be chroming the jack, the wheel spanner, the brackets, everything. So it gives a little bit of show. Then we've got this section here, which is going to be for our sponsor logos, because we got to give credit to the sponsors. I'm also going to be adding the sponsors' names on the right-hand side window, just to give them some exposure as well. So shout out to all the sponsors. Thank you so much. Now, the other advantage is that the boot didn't really look so nice. So because we are going to be blowing over the boot, the car, I thought it would be a lucky idea to paint the boot one time so it looks new, and then we will recarpet it to make it a bit neater. Now there is a section here in the corner where you'll see our air setup is going to sit. So personally, I like the design. My guys knocked it out of the park. There is a few other additional items that we are going to be covering, like the back piece here, the toolkit panel. I'm also going to be putting a brand new toolkit in the car to tie in with the theme of the car, because obviously we want a lot of chrome and a lot of shiny bits. I want to take your guys' attention to the backboard. So the backboard came out hell of a nice. I'm very happy with the way it came out. Also a mixture of suede and leather. We were just testing the silver mesh just to see how the meshing would look. My intention is to paint the meshing black, because I think the silver takes too much attention away from the actual color of the material. And then in the center we are going to be putting a Chicanos logo. So backboard came out hell of a nice. So here you can see an idea of what the hardline setup is going to look like. This is us bending the hardlines, and this is basically the cylindrical design that we were going with. And then we've got 3 of the gents working on the car. So this is your hardline setup. Good to go. We just got to polish the hard lines, cover the board, and fit everything. So to give you guys an understanding of how air suspension works, this is your solenoid, and you get your management system. Your management system attaches to your solenoid. This basically tells the whole system where to pump air and where to deflate air. Then you've got your 2 compressors. If you guys follow the pipes like how I follow, it's kind of like a maze. So we've got your 2 compressors which pump air into the tank that sits here, and then your tank basically distributes it out to your solenoid, etc., etc. You might be asking yourself, what is this? This is called water trap. So whenever you work with air, there's a lot of moisture. So this allows you to drain or catch all the moisture before it goes to any component in your air system and damage it. So I'm very excited about being able to fit this in the car. So it's another hurdle that we crossed. What do you guys think of the design? This is the spiral idea that I wanted to do initially. It looks busy, but once it's polished, it's going to look classy. And that's the whole idea of this car, is to have every aspect of the car as a showpiece. So you can even see we went with very nice fittings. There's a lot of thought and detail that went into this. Hopefully you guys like it, and hopefully the Oaks in the UK likes it.
People with me saw it.
You all had the same pigment. What did it look like?
So you guys can see the carpets are laid. They're not yet stuck down, so we were doing measurements, etc. But this is an idea of how the carpets are going to look. Something that irritates me on this car is the fact that I can see the old color. So I'm glad we are giving the car a blow over. We're possibly going to be misting the car lightly inside to cover up the old color. So interior is moving along swiftly. Like I've mentioned before, it's the part that I'm least worried about. Now my biggest hurdle is practically fixing up the paint. you guys can see we masked off the beadings. I don't want to remove the beadings because if we make a mistake, where am I going to find E9 beadings? So we're going to mask it much better when we are primering the car and painting the car. We do this a lot so you won't get paint issues when you do mask the beadings. Okay, now we're by the upholstery section. The rear seats are almost done. This is the process before we actually fit the seat covers onto the seat. We got Rasta here. Rasta's busy putting the leather and measuring. And then we got Nendo. So this is how the seat looks without the covers on. And then this is how the seat looks with the covers on. And then just to show you guys, it's kind of some of the process we follow. So just to show you how nice the colors are going to tie in, this is the seat, the cover's not yet fitted on, but just to show you guys the style that we're going with, all these creases will still be stretched out. But look at how nice the seat ties in with the carpet, guys. I think it's a perfect match. I'm super happy that we chose this color, so thank you guys for the suggestion. So this is going to look hell of a nice. I think it's definitely going to be a talking point for the car itself. Very excited for this, but we'll install the interior last because we are still going to paint the car, so we don't want to dirty the interior. I want to take you guys now through to some of the wooden bits that have come for the car. Our friends at Plasma Graphics have really done a stellar job on the items. I want to take you guys upstairs and show you how it looks.
People with me saw it.
You all had the same pigment. What did it look like?
Now we come to another exciting part. So I've never built a car for me personally on this level where there's so much. Well, actually I have. I've built Puta. Puta is my most complete show car with a lot of attention to detail. The E9 is also one of those cars. I would say it's the second most detailed car that I've ever built for myself personally. Mostly I do this for clients where we go all out. So we hydro-dubbed, our good friends at Plasma Graphics hydro-dubbed most of the interior pieces. You guys can see there's quite a bit of interior pieces. So to give you an idea, the handles were hydro-dubbed in the dark wood. The gear knob, the color was changed. It was a different color of wood, so we changed that. Even the adjusters for the side windows were hydro-dubbed. The part on the car that actually shows you whether you're in park, reverse, etc., that got hydro-dubbed as well. The cluster, the complete dash panel, these will actually, this is the wooden trim that goes on the door panels. We even went as far as dubbing the covers on the side of the center console. So there's quite a lot of thought that went into this, including the gear shift area. So I'm quite happy with the color, I'm quite happy with the workmanship and the quality of it. And I think that because we're going for a bright, loud interior, I think these items are going to take all the, not all the show, but take some show away from the bright color. And it's going to stand out and pop purely because we're doing a contrasting color. So excited for that. I still got the standard radio in here. So what I'm going to do is, Pam and Raj, if you guys are watching, I hope you guys are watching, the owners of Car Audio and Security. I'm going to be asking them to install a small sound system for me. So we'll do the running of the cables, etc. All I want them to do is just install a nice radio for me, nice set of speakers, just so that I can have some sound. The reason why I'm doing that is because I want to support their business as well, and I appreciate the fact that they have agreed to store the vehicle for us and look after the vehicle for us until we get to the UK. So shout out to Raj and Pam, you guys are legends. Thank you so much for accommodating us, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys are going to do for me in terms of the audio install. And that's what it's about, guys. It's about supporting people. Again, Raj and them are in the UK, we in South Africa. We can do the radio installation, etc. ourselves, but I'd rather support their business and have their name on the car as well, because it's a car that I will never ever sell. Hopefully, God willing, I will never sell that car. So it'll be nice to have that as a memory and part and parcel of this car, because this car is so special. It's got a story to tell, and this car has traveled the world, so it's nice to have that to add to the story. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much, Pam and Raj. You guys are awesome.
People with me, sure.
You all had the same pigment. What did it look like?
So you guys would have noticed that Chip got his hands dirty on this car. I don't do that often. I miss it. But running the business, I never get time to work on any of the cars. This was just a spur of the moment. Okay, let me primer, let me do this, let me do that. So I want to show you guys normally what we face when we do strip old cars. And I said this car's got a lot of hidden surprises. So when I was stripping the kidney grills for the respray, this kidney grill was attached correctly with the correct screws. However, you guys can see the condition of the screws. They're quite badly rusted, and they've got some paint over them, which tells me that they didn't really strip and they painted over this. So that was something that I picked up. And also, the one kidney grill was tightened with screws. The other kidney grill was not tightened with screws and was actually broken but put in place with double-sided tape. I'm glad. In a way, I'm happy that I am picking up these issues, because to go and stand at one of the hottest shows in the world and then you got your grill stuck with double-sided tape doesn't make sense, and you have a broken grill on such a rare, expensive car. So luckily for me, Nishad came through and we've got a brand new set of, not kidney grills, I said kidney grills earlier, fender grills, guys. Sorry, Chip is just stressed too much on my mind. My mind is Dermakar now. So that's sorted out. And then obviously the champs at MFH powder coating sent through some more of the chromed items. So this is the tappet cover. This is the water reservoir bottle. So a lot of the items have started coming through from chroming. So I'm excited to fit, but all the nice stuff will only be fitted towards the end of the build. Because obviously we don't want to dirty it, we don't want to get fingerprints and marks on them. So positives, lot of positives, things are coming together. The guys that are involved in this project, thank you so much. You guys have been, flip, I've never ever received service like this. And you guys know in this industry, it's very rare to get people that are honorable and see what you see. And I'm glad that the guys seen this as a great opportunity for South Africans and South African businesses. So shout out to you guys, I really appreciate that. So yeah, what do you guys think? I think it came out lacquer, although you can't really see it, but I think it looks cool. So you guys are part and parcel of this project as well, and you should feel proud of yourself that you guys are involved in this, you know. The sponsors have come through: High Tech, MFH powder coating, Airlux, Plasma Graphics. You guys have come through in terms of delivering for the parts needed to get this build going. And of course, a massive shout out to Sham and CR Global Logistics all the way in the UK that have come on board as well as a sponsor, and also accommodated our request in terms of moving the date and sorting out the insurance for the car, the logistics. That was a nightmare. Luckily, they've taken a lot of the burden away from me, so I don't need to stress so much about that. But it just goes to show, if we all pull together, how much can we achieve, guys? And again, that's the whole purpose of this channel, is to learn and also bring the car people together, not only in South Africa, but worldwide. I mean, guys, where have you heard a UK company that has never met me, only seen me on social media, offer to get involved on a project like this? It shows you the potential, and it shows you that when you have good intentions in anything you do, your path opens up. Now, a lot of people would have given up with the visa being declined. If I had that type of a personality, I wouldn't have been sitting here where I am today in my life. So you are going to have stumbling blocks, you are going to have issues throughout a lot of things you do, but the important thing is not to give up. And if for some reason it does not follow through, you need to give yourself a pat on the back and tell yourself, well done, you didn't give up. Because how do you know what's possible if you don't put in the effort? Anything you want to achieve in life is possible provided you put in the effort. That is the motto. That is what I want you guys to take away from this. And sitting here, being able to chat to you guys on this channel and being able to showcase our work and our passion, coming from a guy who started 22 years ago in a single garage, working on his first car, a Mini. Guys, I never thought I'd be here where I am today, and that is through the grace of the Almighty. Number one, never forget that. And also hard work, perseverance throughout all the difficulties and challenges. And we're here right now. So I hope you guys enjoying this content, and I hope you guys are happy with the progress thus far. I want to say thank you so much for supporting me and supporting our channel. And also, I must tell you, some subscribers came through to the shop to actually meet my staff, like Kwaito, Leonard. You know, you guys always encouraging the staff. I show them the comments, etc. So they were blown away as well. They felt like celebrities in the shop. So thank you for that, for coming through, guys. So yeah, let's see where we go. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, interact, and let's grow this channel, guys, because the sky is the limit. And of course, you know, it's standard. We gotta give thanks to the following peeps that are interacting with us. You guys are awesome. And we're almost on 10,000 subscribers, guys. We're gonna be giving away some cool stuff for your cars. So once again, thank you so much for joining and supporting me. Thank you so much for watching the channel. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode.